Welcome everybody to Punch It Podcast. Coming to you from inside the Kessel Run warehouse. With your host, MANDO and LACHY. Talking a lot of Star Wars. Movies, collectibles, life stories, and even more. So turn the volume up. It's about to pick up. This is Punch It Podcast.
Chut everyone, it's Marco here at Kessel Run, hair and collectibles, with a very, very special Punch It podcast with a new partner in crime, LACHY. He's here. And we've got Natalia, who's joining us at the warehouse. We just finished this Saturday, and we've got a really special episode that we want to discuss, and that is the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. And we have all seen it.
We have.
I've seen it twice.
Seen it, yes, twice.
It's only Saturday.
LACHY is going for a thrice.
Thrice with my mum.
That's it, which is good. And I'm going to see it again, but probably in the next couple of days. But yeah, we are definitely going to have a bit of a chat. I'll be kind of monitoring the podcast from here. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at the moment. But friends, before we start, I think we should do a show and tell first.
Yes.
Show and
I
tell.
think we should show and tell what we went and got before we discuss the...
All right. Well, like if we're going to show and tell what we got at the actual cinemas, it'd have to be the Grogu bucket first.
I'll leave you do it because it's...
So then, here we are. So
we are looking at... go to that camera there,
go
Bob.
to this one. So this was the bucket I was after.
Look at their face.
So I wanted this for my daughter because we love doing movie nights. So the popcorn bucket craze is going wild. So yeah, I had to get this one.
That's a big that's obviously popcorn for the drinks.
Popcorn?
Popcorn.
Popcorn. Did
Yeah,
you put popcorn in?
I had to. Yeah, I put popcorn in that.
Yeah. Do they do it or did you?
No,
do it?
I did it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were coming, buying them and taking them home straight away. They weren't even seeing the movie.
Really?
Yeah, so it was like
Scalpers.
heathens.
Give us back that Grogu bucket. You know, but that's cool, man. He looks good. He's a decent size too for in like the whole proportion of it. It's pretty cool, man.
I fit a full medium-sized popcorn in there, and then I had a second one because I got popcorn with that, and then I got popcorn with the drink. So I had two mediums, and then I was just topping up as I was going.
That's awesome. And Natalie, you didn't bring.
No, I didn't.
Because what did you get?
I got the cup. I got a Mandalorian cup, which is like the cup that you got with a little topper on top.
Okay, so they had that. Oh, 'cause
But
we went to the same
future
cinema.
me,
Yes, we went to the same cinema.
future me will have this popcorn tin,
Me too.
which is from the Wallace
Yes.
Cinema at Glenelg. Shout out. So I like it. It's embossed, which is really nice quality. You got Mando and Grogu, but then you've got some really nice retro colors with the branding of the logo.
Very pulpy.
Very
I love
pulpy.
it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It is an awesome tin. I'm so glad that we've got movie popcorn tins and popcorn cups and everything back again, the toppers, because you could select which toppers you
There
was
was 5
as
at
well.
Marion,
Yeah.
so it was nice to get a selection.
Actually, I did only because I had the drink here. This is the Mandalorian cup, but it does have a topper. But I didn't.
We didn't bring it up.
I didn't bring it up. This is what he's just have a bit of.
It's a
Little
drink with no topper.
Little
A
slip.
bit of a sip. I punched.
That Grogu juice.
And you can put your snacks in it.
That's good.
That is something that the Hutts would enjoy.
Yeah,
That is
man.
something the Hutts would do. The twins. This is a spoil. This is a
Yeah.
spoiler full.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
one,
should say
two.
that. All right. So if
Yeah.
you're already into it, this is definitely going to be a spoiler.
Yeah.
And I will put for us the spoiler in there. But LACHY and I did our first podcast, and brother, how good was it?
Absolutely. I'm just thrilled that we're doing it in person because I live quite far away from the HQ. So any chance I get to come down is a big win for me.
I think that as what's good about being here in person too, I was saying is at the beginning we see how we're trying to make it work. But as time goes on and we start moving things and shuffling, and if you're along for this journey, and you'll see the transition of this room, and soon I can feel we have lounges. We have our own popcorn machine already. Probably been
we've got another popcorn tin as well.
Oh yes.
You could have private screenings in here with a projector.
Dude.
You can do whatever.
Man, we should.
This is an
the screen could
inspiration
actually
room.
be connected up through there, and we could be doing. But don't worry, slowly we will do the reveal of this place. But this is a beast. This is a nice one. That's for this camera here.
Where are we? I'll pass it to you, Marco, because
That is a sick. I'm gonna trade. I want to hold the dog.
Hold the doggy.
I would like to hold the baby.
You got to turn around.
And then, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Iconic sounds.
Amazing.
There's no popcorn going in this.
No.
Like,
I mean, you could fit a fair amount.
Yeah, but look at my
snacks in it.
Be breaking that trying to get popcorn out.
Nah, just put your extras from your action figures or Hot Toys in there.
yeah,
How good is Mando though, hanging off the
So
side?
cute. I'm just gonna hold it like a little puppy.
That's
it's
good.
a
Yeah, do it.
glorified action figure case.
Yeah.
It is. Like, I'm impressed, actually, to be honest. I've actually got just a quick one of the old, like, going to the Star Wars. You go get them back in when they came out, the Skywalker. So there was the old.
That's still amazing.
I loved that cup. That cup series was really cool. I think Kylo Ren had like the Knights of Ren, and then the Stormtroopers. Not Stormtroopers because they're First Order troopers.
Yes.
Got to get my referencing correct.
Sorry, I'm going to knock everything over here. And this was my favourite.
The Solo.
I love the Solo one.
That's
Again,
cool.
like that was put the tree. I don't think I just got them the same. I didn't put anything in there. And my son came with me that day, so this one holds a special one. With one of his first movies with me.
And that's what's so great about. I understand sometimes people put the price, but you get to A, keep it, but B, the memory that comes along with it. So last night I went with my friend and his partner, and there's the great memory of us going together, nerding out about the Clone Wars, and then spending time after the movie nerding out. And then objects then hold memories, and you get to, like, for your daughter. That's
absolutely.
so cool.
Like,
Yeah.
I still think she's only 5, so ideally I was 5 when I was first introduced to Star Wars, but it's the fact that, like, it is kind of violent. Mando's coming in like John Wick, taking out stormtroopers left, right, and center. So I was like, she doesn't understand that sort of stuff. Like, I remember showing her the first episode of Maul, and she was like, Daddy, why do they all have guns? I was like, okay, you're not ready for this. So let's turn it off.
Someone did ask me at work just the other, I think it was yesterday, because I told them, they said, could I take my 5-year-old? And I was like, look, man, I probably not. There was a couple of scenes, like, it's all lovely if you want to, you don't know when they're coming along. There's a few jump scares in it.
Yeah.
And so I said, maybe just at a wait. And, but he was like, yeah, cool. But you know what? If you reckon she can handle it, go for it. But,
It was for I found, like, all ages, I guess, of fans. But I think what was really special is that Jon Favreau was talking about the premiere and how his dad took him to see A New Hope in 1977. And then at the premiere of his Star Wars film, he was able to take his father. And it's just, that's the beauty of Star Wars, is that it's not just the cinema, but it's also the relationship that we all have with it. And I guess it is a bit violent. I was very, very young when I was introduced to Star Wars. I was like, Darth Vader was terrifying. I was like,
but that's that.
No.
But that's also that wonderful memory. Like for me, and I've said before, is the when Ponda Baba gets his arm cut off in A New Hope. Obviously, he lands on the floor. The blood. That for me still has a lot of, like, you'd turn away at that moment because you knew it was coming. And that was really one of the, like...
It's the first bit of blood
yeah,
saw
I was
in a
just,
Star Wars movie.
Yes.
and I don't think you saw... Did you see any more? I mean, they had battle damage and they were a little bit cut up, but not actual bleeding.
No,
Like
that was
that.
the one and only
Then I
time.
think the next time you saw blood was Princess... Was it... I thought it was Princess Leia when she gets shot in the arm and Han puts his arm over her in Endor when they're at the bunker.
Well, I gotta
I
watch
can't
that
remember
again.
the blood in
No.
that.
Time to watch it again. I think.
Yeah, I actually just thought it was Finn when the dude puts the blood on the
yeah.
like full. You actually seen blood, and we hadn't seen
On his
it.
helmet.
That was like next generation.
Yeah.
Like, but if we're talking like OG, I'm
Yes.
pretty sure it was Ponda Baba,
Yeah.
and then it was Leia.
All right,
Because I don't think there was any blood when Luke got his hand chopped off.
No,
Spoiler
that would have been.
It's cauterized. It's a lightsaber. Come on.
What? But there's no blood. They burnt that, man.
It's like chop his arm off and then say, "I'm your father." It's like, what a bonding moment to have with your dad.
I think what we should do now is have a good discussion about not just our thoughts on the movie, but and you don't want to be like, oh, this is good, that's terrible. You know, we can be honest, you know, how we felt with it. But just it's nice to have all gone to see it and have our own interpretation of it. But I'd like, Natalie, if you'd like to, and I don't want to say, what do you think? But, you know, seriously, how to make you feel more than anything.
What do you think?
What do you think? I just felt childlike joy, like the seeing something for the first time and just going on an adventure. I didn't watch any trailers for it, so I was going in completely fresh. I didn't know what to expect.
Great.
I am going to be honest and say I had pretty high expectations to see the bow, and I did feel a little bit disappointed we didn't get to see her, but I love that the entire cast of The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett were also invited to the premiere of the film.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they respect the grounding of that, which was really cool, but
That's
I just
when we first started nerding out.
Yeah.
Because Marco only introduced us, last weekend?
Yeah.
you're
And
going to
you're
be
like-
friends.
Yeah,
I'd
sit down.
literally gone to them and said, because I was cutting hair and they both rocked up, and I said, okay, you two, just talk.
Just
Trust
chat.
me, you're going
And
to
it was like a good hour of just
brilliant.
shooting the shit. And it was
Yeah.
really humbling.
But that's what Star Wars does, is it brings you together, and I feel like Mandalorian is going to bring different generations together to watch it. Like, there was a young kid with his dad, and his childlike joy of cheering at the start of the credits, like when it was giving the doodaloo sound and then the opening sort of title.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, my son shushed me.
I'm
Dude.
so sorry. No.
He shushed me.
No. We're gonna go second time, and we're gonna cheer.
And then you
And
say,
then
the
cheer.
audacity. We need a chicken jockey the shit out of this.
And I looked at him like, I looked at him and I was like, dude, it's Star Wars.
It's Star
know?
Wars.
And
You gotta.
it was a
yeah.
bit of an empty seat, and he was like, shh. And I was like, dude, he goes, you got to chill out. And he's 16, so,
Nah.
you know, there's this, I can understand being the father. Hey, look, you know,
He's like, Dad, stop embarrassing me.
it was all there, but I got to shush.
Got shushed. No, I think it was just, it was well paced. The soundtrack was really cool. It took me by surprise a few times. Rod of the Hutt, seeing Stinky back on screen,
yeah.
I actually lost it laughing. And there were so many moments that I found myself laughing in joy, like say comments from Mando to Grogu and just his little reactions, his little sub reactions. I had a start to finish. I had a great time. And Sigourney Weaver.
She nailed it.
Sigourney Weaver as an X-Wing pilot, childhood made, done.
Also, I would have loved to have seen more Sigourney Weaver, I'll be honest. Brother, I want you to go next, and because you've got more knowledge on it,
Well-
so
well,
you
I
actually can fill in a few. But before you start, seeing it twice, did you get like a pick up a few more things on your second viewing?
I did, but I also missed a bit because I had an hour's sleep between the midnight session, getting home, going back to the cinema, and I was very tired. I did school drop-off, daycare drop-off, then went basically straight back down to Marion for a 12 o'clock session. And what I found to be awesome was just the fact that it looks amazing. Like the fact that, you know, we're getting shots of AT-ATs that we've never seen before, angles that we've never seen.
The interior shots were awesome.
We've never seen an interior shot other than a cockpit shot in Empire Strikes Back. So you're getting, it's old tech with new eyes.
Yeah.
Which was amazing for me. Like, one of my favorite shots was literally Mando on the leg or on the foot. And it's just like, there's just this angle looking up at the belly, and you're just like, this is incredible.
And again, the AT-ATs being so big, and I'm only quickly reference to the bigger versions, like imagine seeing the gorilla out of I forgot what they were called in the other
Last
movies.
Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you saw the
They were
adult
bigger.
being so tiny, and we're looking at from this being so big.
Yeah.
So they gave you that good perspective on size from. So it's it's just very interesting. I was thinking about how big the other ones were. That would be in it as well.
Yeah.
Well, considering that we have Ahsoka season 2 coming out, it's going to be interesting to see where this cycles through to with Mando and Grogu.
That's a good question with this. Did it fit anywhere for you? Do you think it's linked to anything, or it's just it didn't need to? Because I felt this film was just. I felt it was more go out, go see a good movie. I don't think they were trying to add too much, and even though I was hoping for a few extra things there, but I kind of felt it was just go watch a good action movie. It's Star Wars. Have some fun with it. Don't try and dissect it into so many different layers. Don't look for this. Just go out and see Grogu and Mando do their thing.
No, you go.
No, there was some connective tissue. Did you notice Luke's X-wing
Yep,
on
with
a
R2.
Delphi base?
Yeah. It was like a fraction of a second.
It stuck out like
I
stuck on that
Yeah.
shot
I'll be
for
honest.
a couple of seconds.
The only thing I
That's-
focused on a Delphi base that made me so happy was Zeb.
Yeah.
All I kept looking at was Zeb. I focused on him the whole time, and when Rodder came in at the end as well, all I kept thinking was, dude, Rodderson is working for the for the Republic now.
A hut working for the Republic is pretty massive.
And I was just like, but I couldn't. I just love looking at Zeb. That's when every time I get shit from my son because I saw Zeb and I kept smiling at Zeb.
And that's where I think the connection is going to come in Ahsoka, is because of the New Republic, Zeb being a part of Hera's crew, Hera being, and it just feels like, and also that shot of the Luke's X-wing with R2, because R2 was floating around.
I'll be honest, man.
I'm amazed you didn't see that.
No, I didn't.
That's what I picked up on the second time because I was like, did they actually hold that shot for a couple of seconds? Because it's clearly R2 being lifted in or out.
Dude,
And
I
I'm like,
swear to God, I cannot believe, and that's why I have to see it because I know that I was focusing like as far. Let me just quickly say that I had a great time. I love the film. Again, it wasn't my expectations were very high, but I did come back quickly to realize, hey, just enjoy it for what it was.
Yeah.
There were a few things that I thought maybe would get those.
What were you expecting that?
I kind of wanted to see the 3. I was hoping to see
100%.
even in the far distance. I was kind of looking out maybe. But
there were rumors
The
very
3?
early on that Han, Luke, and Leia were going to make an appearance, and I feel if that did happen, sure, it would have added a lot more box office. But 2, I think it would have detracted from the whole story because everyone would have been like, that one shot of the three, the stuff that Disney couldn't do with the sequel trilogy.
I actually got more though. I did get very excited seeing Embo and Zeb.
Embo
was insane.
No, and he barely speaks.
But that's Embo. That was the thing about Embo. He would just go and do his job. He would talk to you at a bar 1 minute and then take you out in the next to try and bring a bounty on you. You know what I mean? The way he moved, everything. When he does that with his helmet and he stops the blaster shot, like, come on, man. That's classic Clone Wars stuff, man. That was beautiful.
And they really gave the I guess for us fans who love all aspects of Star Wars, but the Clone Wars lovers, giving us that little shot of Stinky, and then and like from the actual show, and I guess referencing little bits back to there. But Embo, I was like, I had to take him in. I was like, wait, what? Because I hadn't seen any trailers or anything. It was just, it was awesome.
Oh yeah, because they show little snippets of him in the trailer.
Yeah. And I knew he was going to be there too. I was still...
So to go in blind is great.
I
Big
loved
time.
it.
Actually, I think that would have just buzzed me out. That would have been what I would...
I knew Sigourney was in it because I saw the photo of her in her outfit and her uniform. I was like, oh, that is all I'm going to allow myself to see. I'm going to wait to see the film. And obviously I did watch Grogu on the red carpet, being the star that he is. Like when he was like, eh.
That were... Oh my God. The other thing that was I really enjoyed was the good cinematic shots that they did make, especially when they were coming in with that sunset, and we'd seen that in the trailer.
Beautiful.
But
It was
them flying, even with the Razor Crest taking off again, the new Razor Crest, and just those shots when they were being followed by the grasshoppers on Naohara, that were like,
Oh yeah, the droids.
The
recommissioned
If you love
droids.
it was like droid porn.
oh yeah, 100%.
Like there are so many droids in this movie, and it's from
100%.
all generations. Like,
Did you see
well,
that?
no, it was. I can say it's all generations, but it was mostly like all stuff from
Even
the
K2s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
K2s with like weird like
Did
ears.
you see the Emphas Nest looking droid? Had like it looked like a not the super battle droid.
Was it just a regular?
Had a regular
clanker with
clanker with
the ears?
yes,
There is a toy coming.
Okay.
So there's a toy line that I've been getting. It's the smaller toy line. So I think it's called Action Verse.
Mm-hmm.
And it is like 3 3/4 or just a bit bigger. And they're bulky. They look like Power of the Force figures. They're all muscly.
Yep.
But there is that droid coming with a stap.
Ooh.
And
Yes.
the stand is like a big tree. So you just stick the stap in. It's great. I'll show you afterwards. But
How good was the stats? Just
it was just... Yeah, it's
Mando
they're-
flying around on that and then just taking out a whole squadron
And
of
then he,
droids
like,
and then just like cowboying.
lets
his way
it
through.
go and like
So cool.
so it crashes into him and takes them all out.
Yeah.
Again, going back to Naohara, because I was like, dude, that's Naohara. Look, Papa, this is where the huts and you're seeing it, and every time when I saw it, all I saw was Obi-Wan and Voss going into to get Cad Bane. I love that part when they're flying around, but you could see that's where we saw the demise of what's his name, the hut. Oh my God, blanking it. No. He goes, the one who went to Zero the Hutt, where he gets whacked
Like
out.
the Truman Capote
Yes,
voice. Yeah.
that's the best. And that's where it all ended for him. That's where Jabba's mum, or his this is where the Hutts are all from. And then to go into the Hutt stronghold.
Yeah, to see also other huts and how
What were they
honestly,
doing?
they
in
were
there?
so
What were they
revolting.
doing in there? I don't
and
know.
I kind of like how they gave you that aspect of feeling really quite grossed out and intimidated by the power and sliminess of them. But then you also then had Rodder being this wholesome and him talking about wanting to be a good man. Beautiful.
Okay, there was a couple of things that got me.
Okay, let's talk about this because I was
Yes.
talking about the voice.
Yes.
How did you feel?
I was a bit like, whoa, I'd like to have a bit of an accent.
It was jarring.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really clean.
And then when he
didn't have
said, I'm a
anything.
man, I was like,
You're a slug.
yeah. I
You're
was
a
like,
jacked slug.
well,
You're a boy slug.
yeah.
You're a man slug.
Like, what's your species again, brother? I feel like,
yeah, human.
Like you say, that tripped me out a bit, but I tried it again. Okay, just don't worry about it. But him talking so clear and
Can
articulate.
I give my opinion
Yeah,
on
go.
why I think he was like that?
Go.
Because from when he was little, he was always being bullied. He was always like he had this big weight on his shoulders. His father is Jabba the Hutt. And so he's obviously run away or fled at some point and been captured. I think he was learning basic to almost rebel against. This is in my head canon, by the way.
That's good headcanon, bro.
It was very much he's using basic because the sound of using Huttese is almost sickening to him.
Yeah.
Because he knows his family is evil and he just wants to be. There was a line in the movie where he was like, "They feared my dad. They cheer for me."
Yes. Beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm paraphrasing, but it's very much like when you're living in the shadow of an evil figure, it's like, how do you become... It's like a Nepo baby, but a Nepo slug. A Nepo slug.
And 100% on that, you could see the way he was in everything he did with Mando as well, the caringness, the way he fed Grogu and stuff like that. He was a gentle...
Patting him on the head so kindly.
I love the
It
way...
was so gentle, and that's the thing is you never saw Hutts as gentle.
No.
Always violent and perverse and gross.
How freaking was that hut sliding out?
It was the great... I mean,
Oh yeah,
it's like me when I get out the bath. I'm just like,
Honey, can I just do my impression of a hut walking out of his room, sliding out of his room?
it just like
No.
I don't know if you guys have ever watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
No, I never got into it.
So there's a scene with Danny DeVito. He's a main character, and there's a quarantine episode, and he's just like shaved all his head, and my missus will know exactly what I'm talking about. He's dipped in baby oil, and he just goes, "I want to be pure."
Let's cut to an image of that.
Yeah,
I'll
find it.
I'll find it and send it to me.
But
That's fine.
it's so funny because I just saw this slug sliding down the hill, and I was like, "Oh, it's just Danny DeVito."
Dude, imagine that was a reference to him. They put
I
that
would
in.
love that because
That was good.
the amount of hut action we got.
Ooh, I was going to say references was how the arena battle was the chessboard
Yeah,
from.
Oh, that
To
was
Jarek.
wrong. Yeah,
That was pretty cool.
And the double cross, because even Mando was like, "Hey, this dude's gonna f you over. This isn't your last fight to be free. This is your last fight to live." And he's like, "Guards, come get him. He's back." Then Mando wakes up and he's like, "Oh, we're in the arena together."
Okay, this is one thing I didn't know if this worked. How could Mando get knocked out with gas when the helmet?
Is there a breathing apparatus inside?
I don't know. Look at when Boba went in the Sarlacc. You know, he had, that.
Oh no, he did not. In the Book of Boba Fett,
Yes.
I just watched it recently. So in the Book of Boba Fett, when it cut back to the Sarlacc pit, he found a stormtrooper,
Sorry.
and then he pulled it and then shoved it. So I don't think they do.
No. Okay.
I think they can seal it because when Bo saved Mando from
Yes.
the Sacred
Back.
Waters, she was able to seal her helmet. But I think in that moment of not being prepared,
Like
But
if
it
you're
did
caught off guard.
it caught him off guard. And also I think it just showed sort of how Mando has softened. Grogu has softened him a little bit to drop his guard a little bit.
I think there is a good connection with that too. When he fell in the waters in Mandalorian season 3, he was using that same thing again in the pit because the big snake's coming for him, and he can feel that the branch is going to break, and he's like, "Well, I'm heavy. I'm just going to drop, and that snake's going to go right over me." I was like, "That's a cool connection."
Awesome. We'll
yes, I
definitely go
didn't
back.
pick up on
I
that. That
do
was
want to
good.
go back to the arena with when they were fighting and they remade that scene, the creatures when he threw him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was classic.
Yeah.
My brother was with me. I said, "Do you remember that? That's the scene when 3PO and that." He goes, "No way." I said, "Yeah, man, that was it."
It was like,
And that's just
exactly.
the honestly, John Favreau, just I don't know, him and Dave Filoni having a couple of cameos.
Everyone
yeah.
everyone got a cameo.
Like Deborah Chow, Rick Famuyiwa. There was another guy in there. I think he did like a episode in season 3. You had Filoni.
Yep. Did we see the guy that played Luke Skywalker doubled for Luke? Was he in that as well? Did I know
No, I
he
would-
he plays a X-wing pilot as well.
Okay, so I'd have to go. I'd have to look at the show, then look at his IMDb, and then
Yep.
cross-reference when I see the movie. But
There's some homework there for you, bro.
absolutely,
I mean, we even get the Starfighter movie with Ryan Gosling next year in May,
May.
and we don't really know even what is
Yeah, that's
going
good.
on with that. So it's actually really exciting to have. We have something we know about and can celebrate Mando, but we've got a whole new sort of spectrum starting very soon.
The whole movie as well, I feel, kind of made it. Even if you weren't into Star Wars, and I think that was one thing. Even if you weren't into Star Wars, you could actually just go and enjoy it. Like there was a lot of action. There was like and this is where I was saying that sometimes I was like, okay, what's happening? There's time's gone on. Is there something? And then I realized, look, they're just focusing on here, the huts, and that's it. Just take it all in. Don't put too much on. That was me. I was actually telling myself, just take it all in and watch it.
To get that, like, just the connection alone, to have, Jabba the Hutt is one of the most famous Star Wars characters ever, to have his son, and then to have other Hutts, and then to see them fight at the end where they're literally rolling around each other, it was like full-on jujitsu stuff.
That was you know what, 100%. You completely forgot about that fight between them all. I didn't know who was punching who for a minute. I was going,
I was like, where's the buff one?
yeah.
I'm rooting for the buff one.
I love how they spoke. I spoke Huttese.
Hutties, yeah, that was
and then they swapped over the brother and sister. The brother swapped over to English when he saw little Grogu,
Yeah.
and he goes, what do you say? Either to eat or was to put in the cage, or was that the other guys that said that?
No, they wanted to eat him.
Yes.
And then the cage was going to be the Imperial.
Mm.
Yeah. That was the bar fight scene. The fight sequences.
Oh, when he knocks that species'
that was
horn off,
beautiful.
and he was just the rage.
Because that's actually, I think, in for a lot of those species, to lose their horns is
Well, it's a big no-no.
it's a big no-no. It means like disrespect, not, and they've got to carry that shame.
But it was very much Mando. He probably already knew this. He was just like, quick, smack, bang, shut your mouth.
He was up, and again, credit to Brendan Wayne and
Lateef Crowder.
yeah, they did phenomenal, man. That was
They
awesome.
make it. They
Big
make
time.
it.
And you get the movement, like find the gunslinging, everything was beautiful, and you never felt Mando was going to lose in that set. Like, except obviously fighting the beast in the arena, that was pretty hardcore. But he was always in control. He didn't get phased out. It's not like he was going, "Oh, what am I going to do now?" He was ready for everything, and that was a good battle scene in that bar fight. That was a ripper
It was
bar
fun.
fight.
It was
It was
staunch
fun.
as.
And just his aura and the way they framed him was beautiful. Even the sequence in the swamp when he was recovering from his poison, and we had that little moment where Grogu had to fend for himself and showed him doing a little setup of, like, you know, when he's getting like himself all set up with his armor
Yeah.
and
That was
following
that
all
was
the
wild.
prompts.
That
And
was
then
wild.
going through and trying to save his friend and building a hut, and then he didn't fit in it.
Yeah,
And he
that,
kept-
that was great. That was great.
The hut. I was like, how does he know to do? Like, where did
But
the
also, this takes me back as well. This could be another connection. Did Yoda build his own hut on Dagobah?
It looked like Yoda's hut.
Because the way they were doing it, I don't know if that's strictly from whatever the
Maybe he remembers
species
something
is.
finally.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
good point. Like, now you've said that too. Is it something that he recalls before he came to the temple, seeing someone build a hut, mixing things up? Because again, it's 50
I loved
years.
the little, like,
The little-
patting all the mud.
Honestly, the practical effects with the puppetry, like what are the little engineers?
And Zellens.
The Andellans. I love them. The way that they
wild.
still shot their little ship, even though it was the size of a shoebox,
How
like a big
good-
ship, was so cute.
How good was the moment where Mando, they're all running back to the ship and he just looks and he's like, shit.
I can't even.
I can't even fit in this thing.
You ride the top, sit on top, bro. That's what you could have done.
then-
You know?
But it's like, all right, you guys go. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to
Yeah.
hold the fort. You guys get free. Grogu, go with them.
Yeah.
And then that's when, like, that leads into the scene where he collapses and then you fight the fake out that Grogu stayed.
Yeah.
But just on that whole bit, I want to just say how this is a major motion picture, right? And 3/4 of this movie is puppetry.
Yeah.
And it's just the weird and wonderful world of Star Wars. Like,
Yep.
it's, like, it could off-put a lot of people, but the fact that, like, this is everything I love about Star Wars. It's
Even
like,
100%. Even what do you call it? The old swamp guy
oh, he
sitting
was so
on.
cool.
Oh, how much did you get a jump scare from the frog?
Yes.
Oh,
the
dude.
first time
Yeah.
I did, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
I knew
good.
it was coming the second time, so I was like, but that's the same frog that's outside of Jabba's
Yes,
palace.
that's right.
Yeah. I think in the what is it? The Jedi Fallen Order games, you battle a big giant version of that.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
And it was the worst, even though I think you got a crystal. I believe I rage quit quite a few times. Yeah. That was hard.
It's gone back down to easy.
Oh.
You know,
I did
Drop it
not
down a
play
level.
anyone who could play Jedi Master on that. I have so much respect.
Matt's good at that. That's a killer at all that kind of stuff. No, but you're right, bro. The puppetry was magnificent in there, and there was times when I felt only like there was a lot of human, especially in the arena stuff. Like there was a lot of human species in the crowd. So again, I always like when it really mixes up a lot of different species in different planets. What was the name of the planet, by the way? Can you remember that?
Shikari.
Shikari.
So, which was, from my understanding, it was a direct inspiration from Chicago itself.
Oh, killer!
So,
You got the vibe with like the food carts and things like that.
Did it have
Yeah.
the because in Chicago there's a nice big art piece in the middle of Chicago. Gonna have to look at that again. Yeah, because Chicago does have a lot of the underground with the railroads going underneath and stuff like that. With the traffic, that's dope. I didn't know that.
I have been to Chicago, but it was in 2001, so my memory is shot. So I'd have to look back at photos and things. But
beautiful. The Windy City. Shout out to the Bears. Nah, just joking.
See, do you know the
Giants
funniest,
all the
do
way.
you know the funniest thing is? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's
I'm
all right.
not a sports fan.
I'm like, that's a football reference.
Yes, it
I
is.
get that reference.
It's the Chicago Bears. You
Is
never
it
heard of the
football
Bears?
as
The
in-
Bears.
Soccer?
No, it's not. It's not
Or is
soccer.
it American football?
It's American football.
All
You've
right.
never heard of the phrase when actually like the comics, they do this thing they call it the Bears. So all people in Chicago, when they talk about the Bears, they're talking about Chicago Bears.
Chicago accent as well.
Yeah, it's a Chicago accent. Oh, that's good.
I've been holding off pressing that button.
You can do it. You should do it whenever you need. Like change
the
your subject. Time to change to something else.
No, I saw the button. It's like when Grogu just has to press all the buttons, and bless his little heart, how Mando's like telling him how to start the ship up, and he's like, I'm actually not going to listen. I'm just going to nearly blow you up.
But the full circle moment when he lets him at the end of the movie go to light speed.
That's wild. Okay, what did you think when you saw the Razor Crest?
Because I watched the trailers, my whole thing was somehow the Razor Crest has returned.
I loved the N one though. There was just
How
something.
good is it?
It was parked,
Yeah.
and we saw Blurgs again. I didn't think we were going to see Blurgs again.
He has
That's
two
right.
cars. You know, Mando's lit.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's got it all set up. He's got to get a
set
new
up.
house, so I must admit. But you know, this is
He had
funny.
plantation shutters, so
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
But I love the way you just saw the N1 just parked there on the side. You got the Razor Crest there, like you got.
It's his hot rod.
And you know what? I don't know. Did we see a land speeder, one of the hot rod land speeders, in the episode when he went on the hunt for what's the name? Oh man, why can't I get people's names? Just want to remember names really quickly. In Mando, when him and that guy went to get what's her name from Boba Fett?
And she's got the mechanical guts.
Yes.
Oh, Fennec Shan.
Yeah, Fennec
Yeah.
Shan. Oh my.
I'm just saying, I really was hoping that we saw the women of Star
Oh,
Wars.
you know what?
Just
Bo,
really.
was hoping I would see
Yeah.
Bo. I thought, especially when we came back to
I saw
Navarro.
Bo at the midnight screening. That was pretty cool. That was a great
Shout out
cosplay.
to that
You know what's
cosplayer who
crazy?
did that. She was
That's
awesome.
Xena. That's my friend Xena.
She's
So,
really cool, man.
She has I can't remember her Instagram. We'll pop it up.
Mm-hmm.
But she does 501st level cosplays. Her
Dude,
Padme,
I
I
was
amazing.
I was taken aback because I saw.
I actually wrote to dude that the bow looks killer.
Yeah, I saw it. I kind of got giddy because I was like, "It's so legit. It's literally Bo-Katan standing right in front of me. I need to get a photo with you, please."
Yes. Actually, Sean, who came in this afternoon, he was. You had a photo. He was there as well. I think he was.
Was he Mando?
I think he was, or a Jedi. Was there a Jedi there?
Yes, there was a Jedi. He was here at your birthday.
Yes, that was Sean. Yeah, he was there.
And then average cosplayer.
Yeah, average cosplayer.
So he was so
looked
funny
great.
because I didn't know it was him at first, and I've sort of gotten to know him through the shop.
Yep.
And so I saw him, and I was like, "Oh my god, Mando, can I please get a photo?" And this dude was like, "Yeah, do you want me to take your photo?" Sweet. And I did it, and I posted it. And then I saw him post a story that he was in Mando gear, and I was like, "Oh, I think it's you."
That's
Yeah.
wild.
And then in the morning, he's like, "Dude, I can't believe I didn't recognize you." And I was like, "Probably because I had 20 layers on."
That's wild. But they did. There was a few cosplayers out there.
There was a good 5 or 6 Mandos. Like there was one Din, and then the rest were like Mando mercs essentially. Like there was just all. There was
Nice.
a really cool Boba from season 2 of Mando, which was great. There was a OG Boba Fett,
Nice.
and like the lady dressed in the 501st gear was like, I was like, this is so legit, and she was like, it takes so long to get it on him.
Oh
And I was
wow.
like, oh, it was amazing.
But yeah, but credit that Bo-Katan. She did. What's her name?
Xena.
Xena.
Shout out. You are a queen in what you
Awesome.
do.
Gonna have to get you down on a Saturday to hang out at the Kessel
Yeah.
Run. I think.
I was
and,
looking, like, I even searched on Instagram, like, cosplays of Bo-Katan in Adelaide to try and find this person to tag him.
I
Yeah.
don't know if her profile's public. I'll have a
Mine's
search.
private,
Yeah.
so it would have been like blind leading the blind trying to find her. But
And you know what? would be really cool if we did like a Saturday little pizza pie with all the Star Wars cosplayers of
Dude,
Adelaide.
I reckon we're gonna have to
Then
make
I'll
that happen.
Quiz their brains about my future Darth Maul plans.
Yes. Do you want to be Darth Maul?
I've got a bald head, dude.
Oh, dude.
Like, all I gotta do is shave and put some... But he can't have glasses, so I need to get contacts.
No, you get. What do you do?
That's why you have a
don't need
handler.
glasses.
You have a handler who carries all your stuff because you go to conventions, you're gonna get loot, right? So like when I was in the Dread Get Up, my dad would be my handler and he'd dress up as Happy from Iron Man. He lived in there.
I have seen, it was
And
fantastic.
and you could just have someone carry your stuff and walk around and take photos of you with other cosplayers. It is amazing
I feel like
how
my
many
fiancée
friends you
would
make
be
from that.
extremely pissed if that was her role. Because she's really excited. She's really excited to help
I can
me.
put up with a lot, but I'm not putting up with
but
this.
you feel a part of it though. Like my dad always felt a part of it, and then he'd be because like Happy would always be like, "Do you have your ID?" And so I printed him a shield ID for
Lovely.
the Comic Con. You got your ID? So
That's great. Yeah, that is my goal for end of this year and next year is to have a Shadow Mole cosplay.
I think that'd be awesome, dude. I think that'd be fantastic. For me, I just wanted to be. I've always wanted to just Captain Rex. You know, I just love to do a good Rex.
Can you fit into that other Rex's costume?
He said, look, I've got to get you into it, and I'd love to, but I just want to have my own.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
I would love to. Like, I've always wanted a TK Stormtrooper.
Bruce's Rex. He said he's doing Old Man Rex now, but I don't think he's doing another. He's had two. I think he's had two. But anyway, I'd love to be able to build
hot
it.
question: do you think we're going to see Rex in Ahsoka season 2?
Oh God, we have to, man. We need to. We saw.
We're begging
we
for
saw-
Clone Wars.
We saw
seriously.
Rex as
I don't.
young Rex in Clone Wars, obviously battle scenes, but Old Man Rex, it'd be wild.
I don't
man.
think they will because I think the relationship with Tem and Lucasfilm is a bit strained at the moment. He's been going out complaining about Book of Boba Fett and
they told him off. They said stop complaining.
I think they want to do chapters and then and close off the chapters, and then I think we will be getting one more game for Jedi Fallen Order with Cameron Monaghan as well. I feel like they're trying to circulate everything so then we can explore more things, like the Acolyte that opened doors to certain things. They knocked on doors. Even Kenobi, the conversation about a season 2 of Kenobi, we don't know what they're planning, but I feel like Ahsoka season 2 is going to hold a lot. And same as Starfighter, I think they tested the waters with the Mandalorian and Grogu, going, can we make a standalone Star Wars film from something that doesn't connect to anything, but it's just a fun film for people to go and see? And they aced it.
That's
absolutely
100%, and that's what it.
And then there's season 4 of Mandalorian. There's a script for it, and it's just sitting.
It's got to
there.
lead on to another. I think it has to. You can't That's what I like about it. Even if you did another movie, right? And you, again, these are the adventures of Mando. It's just like Indiana Jones having adventures. You know, there was one story and it finished, and then it went on to another story. I'm happy to see that again as some good entertainment, to go to the cinemas, get some popcorn, buy some cool stuff, and then and watch a good movie, and not be like, again, taking back to the expectation, bringing that expectation down, and just enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
And
where do you see the future of Mando? Do you want it back on Disney Plus, or do
I'd
you
be
want
happy.
it in cinemas?
I'd be happy with both. The more the merrier. If you could get another live action, because you could fit a lot in the live action, you know. And that's sometimes, don't get me wrong, it was nice just to be home and smashing out the episodes of Mando. But again, if it went to the movies, just don't make it so long. Don't wait so long. I'd like to see it, in another couple of years, because again, we're seeing, and I just heard just recently, like Ahsoka from season 1, season 2, 3 years. And
it's nearly 4.
Nearly 4.
So
do you know what I mean?
It's a
It's
long
been
time.
delayed again. Yeah.
Again, this also goes to with the other things you're talking about with Boba and stuff. You know, recasting. Like I'm cool with that with some stuff. You know, if to bring in Captain Rex and or bring in a character they can put some makeup on and then have him play young Rex and
I mean, even if Rex, when Rex was just in Ahsoka, and it was just him on the battlefield, and it was just a few seconds
That
because
was-
it was a flashback.
dude,
That's like honestly,
that was dope as.
we don't need a camera like a off helmet shot. We could just have him in
It
his
was the
uniform.
recognition as well.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's like, let's put Rex in there, and obviously there was probably some. Oh no, because Tem got billed in the credits for the voices.
Yes, he did the voices.
So
Okay.
But he also did a trooper in Kenobi. He also played.
yeah, he was the one on the ground, like the homeless
Luke,
one.
give me some credits for an old trooper. You know, that's what.
Which is like, I love that they're still involving him. He just probably needs to, like, they're the overlords. Like, don't piss off Lucasfilm. If you
I
want to
think
keep
they have the
working-
plan. They have the plan, and we just have to trust the plan of what they're wanting to do.
That's right.
And I think exploring it's like A New Hope was never called A New Hope. It was always Star Wars. And I don't think Lucas actually planned for Leia to be his sister because they did kiss. And then the whole story just sort of
It just
transformed and
every
evolved.
couple of years.
So I feel like this is probably where Mando will go because there's so much for exploring with Grogu. Like I was trying to explain to Dad about his midichlorians and the science that the First Order, I guess were the First Order, were trying to do on him. And so what are the First Order trying to biologically create as well? So the science and that sort of side of Star Wars too, that with the cloning, there's just so much to
Because
explore.
I thought we would have seen Moff Gideon. I was because I know he died, but you know there was this whole thing that he was clean shaven, so it could have been a clone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because he always had the moustache.
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, so season 3, when you see him, he's clean shaven.
Too
so it
busy
could have
watching Bo.
been-
She's my hero.
I was going to say with you know, again, all roads lead to Palpatine, the return. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So there's so much still to go to we haven't even got to the idea of the First Order, even hinting that there's something brewing. There's always something in the brewing. There's something.
It's got to happen.
Yeah.
Because I think at the very beginning of the announcement of The Mandalorian, they said it will delve into how the Galactic Empire went from remnants to the First Order. And, like, it's not going to happen overnight. But it's got to happen, mate. Like, because what's there, a 30-year gap between
That's what
Jedi
I was trying to figure out.
and
I'd say
25 years or so. So you've got a long time to break it down
That's right. There's
and get into it.
plenty.
And that's where I think it was a very quick in Book of Boba Fett when they did cut to the Mando Grogu episode where Luke was building the temple.
Yeah.
So he was starting to build the temple. So will we see Luke's temple, that little fraction of a moment of him being in the Mandalorian? Because R2 flying, unbelievable, really, to just even pop that reference in there because it's the timeline.
But to me, I know it's just an Easter egg, but to me, I'm like, but the ramifications of having Luke on the Adelphi base, that means Leia's got to be there too, and that means Han and Leia aren't fighting yet, so they're got to be there too somewhere because they're rebuilding it from the ground up.
Yeah.
So, like,
Oh, and I did hear rumor Billy Lord will have something to do with Star Wars in the future. It was super quick. Her daughter,
Sorry,
Billy,
yes.
where she looks so much like her.
oh, absolutely.
And they want to continue on Carrie's legacy. So where is it going to go? There's just so much and to go.
Okay, this is where I've always thought is that could, as far as recasting, do you use like a family member like her to
The body double and then go over, or do you use her?
I don't know.
Because it's an era that we didn't really see Carrie in as a person. It's
Well,
almost
she'd
like
be
if
in
you
her.
did-
She'd be in her her character would be in her 30s, 40s at this time, maybe 30s.
and makeup and every. I mean, they already did her face CGI in End of Rogue One.
And they also did it in Rise of Skywalker in
Rise
the
of
flashback.
Yes,
It
and
was-
yeah,
So, like, I feel like, and I think that's what people want to see. They want to see the technology done right, but they want to see Han, Luke, and Leia from Carrie, Mark, and Harrison de-aged.
Yep.
I don't think you could get a full movie out of it because it would just be too jarring for you.
I
But
think
if
so.
you could make it work for maybe, like, I mean, they did Tarkin, but that's aging pretty poorly. In my
still dig it.
eyes.
I still dig it. I loved it. I thought-
love it, but I feel like it hasn't aged as well as, say, like, your deep fakes have.
Yeah.
You know, the technology is evolving every year.
Quick cut to that. Did you see the deep fake of the death of Maul just recently?
Yes, I did.
So the scene on
They did-
Ezra seeing Obi-Wan in Tatooine, and Maul and Obi-Wan have that last duel.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
They did that. They just did that, and I was like, holy
Yeah,
crap.
it was pretty cool. I'd have to
Because
go.
that's right. Maul does meet his end
Yeah,
with that.
Obi-Wan.
I feel they're going to retcon it. I feel like they're going to be like,
What, Maul's death?
yeah, to keep him going. Because, like, why not bring him back in future movies?
Mm.
I mean, it would discredit Rebels, but again, there is a large portion of people that know what Rebels is. But then there's a large portion, I look at my brother, that will never bat an eyelid at any animation. My brother goes, they're cartoons, they're shit. And I go, dude, I know.
Fine woodsman.
But the thing is, the Witches of Dathomir's power is so unparalleled, and it runs so spiritually deep as well. So you do not know the magic.
He is full of Night Sister magic.
Exactly.
Man.
So his
Let's bring
spirit
it
and
back.
soul,
Well, they brought back Asajj Ventress, so you know they can do anything. You know.
and honestly, Maul is a hot topic.
How quickly do they bring it back? I just put it. Oh, you know, just
put him on a table.
No, all you have to do is say, somehow Maul has returned. Boom.
Boom-ching.
That's, like, I mean, you can do it for Palpatine, you can do it for Maul.
Do we have any other? One thing I did want to say was, what was the name of the ship? Now, the ship that crashed that took Rodder away. All right,
It was a gunship.
was that the same ship that was used when Maul and Savage stole? It looked very similar.
I need to go back and look at it.
Yeah, because it had like the I used to look at the head and the paws. It
Look
looked
like
like
a little turtle.
yeah, it did.
But I loved how as well, because Din was like, oh, that's the gunship that had Rodder. And it's like, instantly, there's an instant thing for them to use story-wise where he can go in and tool up, gets the swords and gets the knives, gets the Amber Phase pulse rifle back.
Okay, now that was interesting. I thought that was a very unique weapon.
Yeah, I
So
thought
to
it
see a
was
whole bunch of them on there, I was like, oh, it's not that unique. I thought it was.
I thought it was a Mandalorian specific weapon. So
That's what one of that and Rodder's voice were the only two things I was like, oh, that's, you know.
And I wonder if that's where they sort of like drop the ball a tiny bit, because like if we're talking like final thoughts of just like or initial thoughts, because we can talk about this movie for months on end, but I feel like there was a bit of leeway with things like that, because it just made like it was too simple to make sense, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like where like we just discussed, it was a weapon from my understanding that it was a Mandalorian weapon. So probably I have to do some homework to find out if it wasn't a Mando weapon.
And again, like we said, they did say, and they've said it a number of times, this movie is for not everyone who knows anything about the Mandalorian. You know, it's something to everyone can come along and watch. So if you've seen it, if you haven't, or like someone wants to take their kids along and they don't know anything about it, they'd feel very comfortable enough to just to enjoy it. So I don't know, there's a lot of people that they put those special Easter eggs in for people, and then others that strip it down and go, oh, but why? And that's one thing we always say is, you know, you got to just enjoy Star Wars for Star Wars. We're lucky we got it in the cinema. It was great to see, and yeah, those little things you just go, push it aside.
Oh, 100%. They're like, are we really going to nitpick over a gun?
That's
In a
right.
movie? Like,
Yes,
Yes,
we
He
are.
did use it. How good
You know,
was it?
I think I just
How-
nitpicked over a gun. In a movie.
But still, it was good to have that. Talk about it and to get that view, but it's not gonna kind of linger above us. But I must admit, how good was it when that droid, the big droid, was pulling it apart and he just used it to blow a big hole in his head?
Yeah.
That was brilliant. And quickly as well, going to the Rodders the snake part as well. Those
That looked amazing.
those
Devils? Manatees, they called them.
wow.
Manatees.
Where did we see those?
They are in Jabba's. There's only one in Jabba's palace, and he stands pretty.
That's right. He's a
So they've actually
actually used them for
actually see them moving around like they're meant to.
yes.
So
if
they're
you're-
water based.
Yeah.
But they're land based as well. They can hang out in the.
So there's a. I'll show you after. There's a picture and he's just, and I've got a toy in my Jabba the Hutt throne room set up from, I think it was 96 I got it.
Awesome.
And he's literally just a yellow and green creature, and he's holding a stick with skulls on it.
Yeah, I remember. I can visually see it, but that was amazing how they put it in there.
Loved how, like, because they were evil.
Dude, they scared. Like, that's what I was talking about.
There was a
kid
jump
in-
scare.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they're in the ship and they come in, and I was like, ah! I was like, holy shit.
And then the snake. Do we remember where that snake might have come out? Is there any reference to that? It was just having a nice snake and nice pet like a rancor and underneath.
It was a Rancor style pet.
Yeah. And that has been featured in the Clone Wars, from my understanding too, on a Now Hutter episode.
Oh, awesome!
I have seen photos of the animation of the snake. So.
And you know what? We still haven't seen the Mythosaur.
Yes,
That is something we have to have a season for, because we need to see the Mythosaur.
we got it.
Bo has seen it. We need closure.
Absolutely.
How
of
good
that
was
moment.
it? How good was it to seeing in the other Imperial's castle where they were the skulls, and you saw the snake from that healed that what's the name healed in the Rise of Skywalker on Last Jedi?
Is that on the wall?
That was on the wall.
Okay, cool.
That was on there.
Because there was creatures from the battle on Geonosis as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
On the walls as well.
Yeah, had the lion.
Yeah, the weird, like...
The
Tiger.
Nexu? Nexu?
I can't remember the
I don't
names.
remember this stuff.
But how funny was it? When, that was funny when they were creeping up, like lying in this big hut. Was just
Yes, on the sand dunes. Could you imagine that? Imagine being him. They needed to show this. And now, this is too much detail. Imagine the sand. That would be rough and coarse and everywhere.
that's good.
Like, I wonder if he hates sand just as much as Anakin.
My other thing was how were they meant to? There's nothing
the
else around, and yet they got the Razor Crest really closely.
The chafing that he would have had after
Big
that.
time.
Poor Rhoda.
Poor Rodder.
Rodder, no, but Rodder was
just
good.
had a time.
He was a very cool cat, and to see him join the team, man, it's going to be very exciting. I just want to know where they're going to put him. Like that, like you said, there's 25 years to see him now.
I want to know what I want to know what uniform Zeb has big enough for him.
Yeah.
Like, what was that referencing?
That's a good point.
That's actually a really good point.
So I was like, who do you know that's massive?
I can't remember.
You know what I mean? Like, he's a big boy.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild. If anyone has any,
Well, time to watch
ideas.
Rebels again.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Put it in there.
Honestly.
But I think I'm very excited to see Zeb and the crew get back together, and I think that's what we're going to, like you said, we're going to see in Ahsoka. You know, and again, I want a bit of a Kanan reference. That's again little. Flashback.
Yeah.
They didn't. That's one thing when you saw Rodder, little Rodder on the screen, like, and he was talking. I thought he'd mention, you know, I was like he wants to be saved by some Jedi's. Obviously, you're probably too young to remember it, but
He was so small as
he
stinky.
was stinky.
So, like...
I love that. I really wanted to yell it out, but I didn't think anyone in that cinema would really get that reference. But that's the thing is, so many people, like I've got friends who are not Star Wars fans, love Grogu. Just love his attitude, how snacky he is.
Yeah,
and
my
how cute he
daughter
is.
loves him.
Yeah,
He's been great. And then you've got the, you know,
yeah, man, he definitely
Mando.
saved Star Wars in that, like having that.
After what I call the great civil war of fandom in the Star Wars fan base, when Last Jedi came out,
Good
it
title.
fractured
Great
the
Civil
fan
War.
base because, you know, it was so divided. And then 2019 comes along where Mando single-handedly brought the entire fan base back together. It was like the saving grace.
I actually was also hoping that there was a reference to Baby Yoda that would, like someone who knew, like, you know,
Yoda.
he looks like a baby. It looks like it looks like a Baby Yoda, you know. But
and that
I
would
think
then
that'd
bring
be
the
too on the
Yeah.
nose, but I,
Yeah.
you know, like...
his species is so rare, and that's where I think
Because what's
they,
that? Yoda, Yaddle, and Grogu.
That's it,
yeah,
there's
there's
three.
only 3, but
you know,
the fact that their species was being, you know, purely experimented on by what is becoming the First Order, like they've dropped a lot of hints at things. That's like, okay, let's explore that. Let's explore it more.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
but seriously, when the X-wings came also to unload,
Oh,
that was just insane.
On Hutter.
Yeah,
that's
baby.
cool. And then the Mando theme, the music in the theme.
I love that.
Yeah, it was
they
so
still
much
had it.
fun.
And then they're
Jump.
putting like little. Oh yeah, the jumping bit was so cool. I can't swim. Or he doesn't say he can't swim. He goes,
It's too high.
It's too high and too shallow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like, you'll be all right, buddy. You'll be all right.
But in all, good movie, and it was good to have seen it. And also,
we're gonna need another second viewing, or you're gonna third.
Well,
yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this because this will be a good experiment because my mum's never watched an episode of The Mandalorian. So it's very much come to a Star Wars movie. I think you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So it's repaying the favour to all the times that we went and saw. So I was born in 89, so I got the VHSs first, and then 97 we got to see all of them again. So I first saw those in the cinema, and then, you know, throughout the years I saw all the prequels. So every chance I get when a new movie comes out, I would try and take my family.
You're good on top of that. That's good. Well, I was going to say before we kind of head out, and if there's anything else that we could think about from the movie, is there anything that came to mind? Anything else that would?
I think it's really interesting how we have such expectation as fans, but it shows that we care and we love it, and we really were served such a great film. But for me, my only, I wouldn't say the negative, is just that there was such build for Mandalore and Mando to reconnect with his religion as well, that, you know, that something that I just really wanted to see was just Bo.
How good though, going to that whole narrative of when his helmet was taken off,
I'm gonna kill you.
and I was like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man,
absolutely.
Pedro was
and
amazing.
then he just said, "Well, you're gonna die. It doesn't matter. You can look at me, but you're gonna die."
He goes, "We know your culture. You
Yeah.
can't be seen without your helmet." Like, I'm going to kill you.
That's
Yeah.
I'm
awesome.
going to murder all of you.
That's awesome.
Pedro just brought, and I understand we didn't see his face a lot, but when we did see it, he gave it all, and his voice acting was also really so sensational. You felt the emotion. You also felt the emotion from a helmet, and I guess that's also credit to
Oh, that's Brendan.
Brendan and his
Lateef,
posture,
yeah.
and the cinematography to frame as well this, you know, character with no face. It was beautiful.
100%.
Again, before we go off now, we did have a quick discussion. If we could have just a couple of minutes to everyone that we all enjoyed Darth Maul, Shadow Lord, and we did say we just want to. Do you want to have a quick chat
We
about?
could have a chat, or we could turn into a second episode. It's
Oh
up to
yeah,
you.
we'll turn it into a second
So,
episode.
yeah.
We'll get the trio back for another episode on Punch It Podcast. But again, guys, is there any last things you want to say
I
about?
just love Star Wars.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
It's been a great ride. Lockie and I will be getting back together for another episode next week, and Natalie will come down and join us for another episode. But before I do go, I did want to say that Punch It Podcast is becoming a very, very big love of mine, and I'm so happy to be doing it with you, brother, and you, darling.
I'll come in when I come in.
It's such a such a fun thing to do, and for the shop as well. I'm going to have a quick plug for the shop. Come down and see us at Kessel Run, hair& collectibles down at Summerton Park if you're not doing anything. And we have just released, or my wonderful wife Marie has been organising a new website for us, so it's up and running. So if you ever get a chance to check out the new website for Kessel Run, hair& collectibles, there's a few things I've got to fix up with the Black Series, and I'm putting up some vintage stuff as well, so I'll get that all fixed. But have a check it out, and hope you enjoy it. It's a little bit more exciting and interesting. We've added a few extra features to it. And yeah, come down for a haircut and say g'day. And if you do come in, just say punch it. But guys,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Pew, pew.
Love it. Give us an arm. Good way to end. Everyone, have a great weekend. Punch it.
Punch it.
What I will say before punching it is, instead of long live the Empire, long live Kessel Run.
Yes, long live Kessel Run.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Until then, I say, may the force be with you.